Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this month when I got Paper Pumpkin, I kind of went crazy with it. So I ended up creating 21 cards. It comes with 9 card bases, but the fronts and backs both are decorated of the card bases. And so by cutting them apart and cutting them again and doing other things with them, I came up with 21 cards easily. So this is card number 16. And if you want to see the other ones, go to stampwithdeb.com and they're all listed on there. So you can check them all out. So I'm going to show you how I did this and show you what products I used. So this is my card base. This is my card packet. And so I do a monthly subscription or a monthly class for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, and they order their Paper Pumpkin through me, and I take it apart and make as many cards as I possibly can out of it. I know that I could even do more, but I try to keep it reasonable. 21 cards in one afternoon is a lot of cards. So when I do it so that they don't have to die cut this. This is already die cut for them. The circles are die cut. Everything is cut. The packet that I just opened, that's what you would get. And there's a spot on my blog that you can let me know that you want more information about the Paper Pumpkin, the Spice Up Paper Pumpkin class. And that's at stampwithdeb.com. So let's get started on this one. So for this one, I used, and they're usually set up so that you can use any greeting you want, because even though I put happy birthday on here, when you do this one, you might say, I don't want happy birthday. I want a hope you're feeling better or whatever. So I usually let you use your own greetings or the greetings that come in the stamp set. So I'm going to start with this one, and I did Gorgeous Grape on mine, but I think I'm going to do Highland Heather. It's a little bit softer, not quite so bold, and this stamp is kind of a bold stamp. The stamp comes from Beautiful Butterflies. It's this happy birthday right here from Beautiful Butterflies. And so I have used some of the same stamps over and over, some of the same sets. So you will see that. Okay, so this one is going to get stamped right down here. Let's check it. Let's just do a spot check and make sure. Yeah, I'm going to ink over here because this part of my pad, when you stamp, most of the time we stamp right in the middle. Well, these edges are loaded with ink. So every so often, just go around an edge and pick up the ink from there. Or you can take a spoon and scoop it into the center. Okay, that is all the stamping that's required. So if you were to get this kit from me, that would be all that you would need to do in order to make this card, basically. That's the only thing you need to have. And you could stamp it in black. You wouldn't have to have Highland Heather. This is the inside piece. This goes in here. So you can write on it. I do not glue mine down. I just leave them loose until I'm ready to just write on it and send my card. I have a butterfly that has a body. Let's get those two pieces together. The butterfly was die cut out of the Paper Pumpkin kit. So he matches. And I cut his body out of the same thing, out of the Paper Pumpkin kit as well. I'll just put that on there like that. And I think I have some bling that's supposed to go on him. We'll do that at the end. Let's put it over here though, so we don't lose it, hopefully. Okay, this is from the kit, and this is just a piece of Highland Heather. I have a funny story I could tell you. One time, it was way long time ago, I was ordering Highland Heather cardstock. And I put it in, and I left my order sitting in there, and I said, I'm going to get 2 packages of it. This has to go a little higher. And so I think that's the wrong happy birthday, you guys. That happy birthday is way too spread out. Let me see what else I have for a happy birthday. Let's look at this one. This one is the one I want. And I don't know where it came from, but it's in my instructions. So you can see the size of this is much smaller than that. The other one's too wide. So we're going to flip this paper over. Good thing paper has two sides. Huh? And I am going to stamp it with the grape. I think it pops out a little better. So let's get our gorgeous grape here and test it. Yeah. And I'm not sure this came from Darling Dino, so I'm going to have to look and see which one it came from. Whoa, that's pretty intense, huh? Anyway, back to my story. So I was ordering paper and I said, okay, I need 2 packages. And I put it in there and just let it sit for a couple of days. And then when I got ready to place my order, I said, oh, you know what? I need 3 packages of that Highland Heather. There's a class coming up that I'm going to do, and I'm going to need more. So I put a 3 in there. Well, lo and behold, guess what I got? I got 23 packages of Highland Heather cardstock. Do you know how much paper that is? There's 24 in a package. Do you know I still have some? Can you imagine that? I still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 packages left out of the 23. So I was really glad when I saw that when this came out, and it went so nicely with the Highland Heather. Anytime I can use it. It's not a color that I use often because it's kind of Eastery. It says Easter to me. So Easter only comes around once a year. And this was probably 10 years ago I did this, where I ordered all that Highland Heather. So not too bad. I think I'm going to have to make some more Highland Heather projects. Maybe some of our new papers that are coming out will have some Highland Heather in them. Okay, so I have these, which were cut from the Spotlight on Nature dies. They are a great set of dies. If you don't have them, you'll want to grab them. They have quite a few dies, and they are they're this far apart, and each one of these outsides is different. These 2 are the same, but they're different. Let me grab those, and so you can. There's quite a few dies in this set. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 dies, and they have different edges. So this one is different than this one, and they're all different, but there are some, like this one is the same as this one and this one. So there are some that are really close in the same. This one and this one are the same, and that one. So it's just, yeah, they're a good group. See, this one's that like I'm using right now. Okay, so those are called Spotlight on Nature. And we're going to put this on. Oops, I glued that down. That should have been popped up. Okay, so we're going to pop up the whole circle instead. There are no mistakes in stamping. You just redesign, change it, make it work. And you know what? Sometimes the most beautiful things have been from a quote mistake, and they just come out gorgeous. I just had a class this afternoon, and one of the girls did something different, and it came out beautiful. So it doesn't really matter. It happens all the time. Okay, I'm going to bend my little butterfly wings up in hopes that they'll kind of pop up when he comes out of the card. And he goes on with glue. So I'll just put a little glue on him. And just attach him right there. And then I'm going to finish this one off with some bling. Where's that bling that we had? Okay, and whoops. Come on. We'll pick it up like that. You're going to fight with me. Okay, and then this one's going to go down here. And my third one is going to go right on my butterfly. Just right one on his head. I'm going to put that one on his head. I don't know. Okay, that is card number 16. Okay, card number 17 is a Z-fold card. And you will find all the instructions. You'll find some project sheets on stampwithdeb.com and all the rest of the cards. Okay, so this is the card, and it opens up like this. So this is a separate piece. This is attached separately down here. Whoops, let me get in the screen. And so this is, and it's really easy to do. So that's cut at 1.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So that's the 2 1/8. That's the other part of the 2. That's 2 1/8 there, which makes 4 1/4. And then this is 4 1/4, which is half of 8.5. So, but you always want to make sure your big side is in the front and your little side gets attached to the back, and you attach it to the corners here. So let's walk through this one. It's pretty simple. Okay. This is going to go on the inside of the card, but you are going to see it all the way through to the front of the card. So let's get this on here, and then we'll put that inside our card. So I want this inside before I attach the part to the front. Okay. All right, and then, oh, good thing I put it on the right side because I didn't Z-fold it first. I got lucky. Okay, then I'm going to take this. This is that piece that's 1.5 by 8.5, and you can see it's scored at 4 1/4, and it's scored at 2 1/8. So this is going to fold this direction. We're going to attach our papers on this side. So I have some little 2-inch by 1 3/8 inch papers that are going to go on here, just like that. And there should be another one of those in here. Whoops, where's my silicone mat? Oh, I'm starting to lose it. Oh, I'm at the end of my roll. That's what's wrong. Okay, let's change that out real quick. The nice thing is it only takes a second to do. Unfortunately, I didn't have another one ready. Didn't realize I was getting that low already. So I love the Stampin' Seal. I love this. I love that glue. So they are, oops, I dropped it in the trash can. Don't want that part in there. But I have glue stuck on my finger and it needs to go in the trash can. So let's get rid of that. Okay. So we're just going to pop this open. And this just sits right in here. Easy. I've already cleaned off the little glue blobs that get on this part as I was walking over to get a new one. And then this goes right on top. Super simple to do. Okay, I'm going to move this up just a little bit, guys. It's fallen down. There. Let's try that. It's the other part that's falling. So there. Okay. So we're going to attach this, which has enough glue on it. Adhesive right there. Then I'm going to put the purple one on here. Now, I really debated on putting, it's always nice when they're new because they just roll so easily. I really debated on putting the flowers behind, but because it has that row, I wanted it on the front. However, I think this time I'm going to put them behind. And I'm going to put my happy birthday in the front. So the happy birthday comes from happy birthday comes from, that last one did come from Darling Dinos. Oh yeah, it did. It came from Darling Dinos. This one comes from something big. I don't know. You'll have to look at the instructions. I'm sorry. I know it, but it's just not coming. Okay. So we're going to stamp this in Highland Heather, definitely. And where's my Highland Heather pad that I had? Right here. Yeah, it's getting way too cluttered in here. I think it's time for a cleanup before the next video. Okay. Just test it. You can see I like to test it. I like to check it because when I stamp, I want it to be good. Okay, so let's go here. Move those out of the way. And just go right there. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this to the back of this little tag. You know what? I think that should have been in Fresh Freesia. It's okay. I'm going to attach this to here. And then I'm going to trim this ribbon off because it's way too wide. Okay. And that is going to go on the front with dimensionals. I'm looking for my card. I'm thinking, what did I do? I'm not, oh, it's over there. Okay. Yeah, I think I did that in Fresh Freesia. Okay, so I'm going to center this because I'm going to put the flowers on the back this time. So we'll see what that looks like. So there. Let's flip that over, and I'm just going to center it top to bottom. Okay, and these flowers, I'm going to grab my silicone mat so that will keep the adhesive from getting everywhere, and just run across the bottom here. And then I'm going to attach that to this, just like that. I like that better. Isn't that funny? I just didn't like that. Whoops, my little branch here has gotten twisted. These are very delicate flowers, I will tell you that. Okay, now let's put our card together here. Oh, first we have to do the front. So I have a piece here that I have embossed for the front. I didn't want anything behind it because it's we want the flowers to show. So put that right on there. Whoops, come on. Can come down a little bit more. There we go. And we're going to attach that to the front of the card. So actually in my instructions it says attach it to the left panel, the far left panel, which if you stretch your card out, that's exactly where you're putting it. So this is the far left panel right here. Open up your card flat, and that's what I'm referring to when you see that. Okay, now we're going to attach this, and this whole panel is going to get glued down. So we can put adhesive all the way across there, and this is going to go right here. Okay, and we can fold this over, and we're only going to put adhesive across here. And we're going to fold this down and let it go right to the corner and press it down. So these flowers are pretty delicate, so you want to be careful opening and closing. Yeah, I like that much better without that flower row across here. So you see what I did, how I changed it. This one has the gold and the flower row. This one doesn't. I like that one better. That one felt like it needed a ribbon across there to cover up where the two papers joined. That's just how my mind works. So I am going to attach this with some glue and this. And we could even do this. A little glue. This one's not as risky. Okay. Then for these, I have some bling right here. They're just rhinestones, basic rhinestones. The basic rhinestones are kind of nice because they're small, but they're really lightweight, which is what we needed here. And number 3 is going to go over here. I just put it in the center of this over here. I don't know why. That's where it landed. Okay, so that is card number 17. Yeah, card number 17. 18. That should be card number 18. 19, 20, 21, because I only have 3 left. So this is card number 18. So thank you for joining me. Oh, no, I should have one more card. I have one more card. This is 17. 18, I cannot do. I do not have the products to do card number 18. So what I did is I cut a piece of Berry Burst at 8.5 by, I have to think. I cut a piece of Berry Burst by 4.25 by 11. That's the other measurement that we once in a while use. And then I scored it 5.5 and 4.25, which gave me this little section in here. I cut off a piece of the card and put it there, and then wrapped my ribbon around and closed it, glued it closed in here. So this has a little square, a little piece of white that goes in this section. Whoops, not that one. I was looking to see if I could find it. It's a little piece of white that fits into here. And then for here, I just cut, this is 4.25 by 4.25 now. So I cut the white by 4 by 4 and the Berry Burst 3.75 by 3.75. And then the card front, I cut at 3.5 by 3.5. I added the hugs that came from the card kit from the paper pumpkin. The brushed butterflies are one of the accessories that are available right now. And what I did is, this is a tag that was in the kit, and I just stamped in Berry Burst, and that is one of the stamps that was in the kit. I'm here for you. So that is card number 18. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.